Okay. Alright, that was the wrong window. We're live, and we're gonna attempt to play some Syphon Filter. I'm gonna try to get it to actually get the right window up. I don't know if that's gonna really happen, but limit capture frame rate. What? That's weird. I don't want that. Alright, let's try to get this up and running. Okay. All this dumb bullshit in the window. Yeah, no. My actual window absolutely gonna be bigger. And yeah, I don't know why it said 16 cheats are enabled. I know I was like experimenting with stuff. I was like creating my own cheats and whatnot. Okay. And I have the emulator natively muted. Let me fix that.
With pleasure.
These are the coordinates Ellis sent.
Over there.
Let me,
It's Ellis. Executed. Leon, you find anything?
The place is torched. I don't know what they were growing, but it wasn't narcotics.
Romer knew we were coming.
So what's our next move?
We watch for the next viral outbreak. We won't have to wait long.
Logan's report was clear enough.
I want 2 additional teams assigned to this. Find Romer.
I understand.
Logan is my best agent. What do you want to do?
Nothing. We will wait. We will wait and see what he can discover.
Our WHO contact was correct. Everyone within 100 miles is dead.
Not everyone. This man is still alive.
How is that possible?
It's not.
okay. One of my favorite games of all time. Game I grew up with, and apparently one of my resolutions is just that I need to do a playthrough at least on stream at least once a year. So let's go. It's not gonna be a speed run. It's just gonna be me smoking, getting high, because that's what I do all day, every day, as much as I can. Because being alive is painful, and we all have our coping mechanisms, or at least we should, because there's nothing commendable about trying to tough it out, you know, because that's just fucking terrible. Anyway, speaking of which, let me before I press X and get to moving, I need to renew my high. I need to hit up my dap real quick. So I am absolutely about to attempt that. But yeah, man, this game is great, and I am just streaming it at fucking 4 goddamn a.m. like a goddamn lunatic. I was gonna stream earlier, but I was doing something else, taking care of some business shit, and then taking care of some other shit, but here we are, 4 a.m. and I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know how long like this game's gonna take. Like, I'm not gonna be taking like any real breaks or anything, because it's not like a terribly long game. Like, I know where they go and everything, but I'm also not gonna be skipping cutscenes. So I do wonder what they consider like a dosage for this, like when you hit it from a banger. Because you're typically taking multiple hits. You're not going to do like one hit, just not go back. You're just wasting at that point. God damn. For me, I usually do like 4 hits minimum off of a single quote unquote dab, which I think is a really dumb name for it. I don't know where that came from. It has no relation to the phenomenon, the social I don't even know what you would call it. I guess a social phenomenon where everyone was doing that stupid quote unquote dab dance. That gestures wasn't even a dance. It's got nothing to do with that, but it's really just in smoking parlance. Let me just drink some water real quick. In smoking parlance, dabbing basically typically is where you would have like a quartz, something known as a quartz banger, which in and of itself is another really dumb, stupid name. Not the quartz part, because it's literally made out of quartz most of the time, the material. But it being known as a banger, all that is just a receptacle that is just really just meant to be a reservoir for your smoking material, which usually has an open top that is meant to be topped off with a lid of your choosing. Usually that lid would have some type of small ventilation. But yeah, quartz banger. And what you would put in there, the form factor, that depends. You wouldn't put bud in there. It's just not a good way to smoke bud. You can. I've tried it. They've even got like these little adapters for it. It's not good. It's disgusting. It makes the bud not taste right. It drastically changes the taste of it. And it's just not a good way to smoke it. Yeah, you can get high off of it. It just sucks shit. Don't do it. What a quartz banger is really good for is if you have some type of like distillate, or a distillate is generally going to be in a form of wax, and if not a distillate, it might be in a quote unquote diamond form, which literally does kind of look like actual diamonds, kind of like the shape, this kind of pointy rock-like, which is just another form of distillate, really. It's just a different form factor. And sometimes there's what's known as shatter. That's another type. It's similar to the diamond form factor. There's a few others, but yeah, it's just bullshit that you just drop in a banger and it heats it up. The banger itself is usually attached to some type of heating apparatus. I've got like a fancy electrical one that costs like over $200, which, for what it does, it's actually worth the money. It's got a USB port on it too, so I can like charge shit while I have it heating up the banger. But yeah.
When does the operation begin?
Our intelligence within the
I could
FBI
have just
was
had it
not
doing that
clear,
the whole time,
but
but
Romer's men are already inside the subway.
Is it the same virus?
Yes, enough to eliminate everyone within 100 miles or more.
Procedure?
Standard intercept and eliminate. These are from our contact inside Interpol. Jenkins' team is already on search and defuse. You are the trigger.
I recognize Anton Gerdu and Mara Aramov. Who's the other one?
Pavel Kretich, Romer's communications expert. When you eliminate him, you'll also have to destroy his comm uplink. You'll be dropped into the strike zone when the firefight begins. You'll have an hour to find your targets and take them out.
Do the locals know what they're dealing with?
No.
I've got an ID match for Romer on level 1. Gerdu is on level 2. No location yet for Kravich, and I don't see any sign of Aramov.
Copy. I'm on my way.
first thing I always do is turn that shit off. So, for those uninitiated, this is your ACD, Advanced Communications Device. I know, like, really creative. But yeah, this is where you would get, like, you can get information, you can get, like, a tactical overview map with your objectives on it. Super cool. Detailed objectives overview. Your mission parameters, which are certain, really just literal parameters that you don't want to ever violate, because if any of these are broken, these kind of commandments, these conditions, if they're broken, you fail the mission instantly. So you don't want to ever do that. You've got your briefing. Literally just gives you extra information, extra lore about the current operation. I'm not really going to go over that for every mission in particular, but and yeah, this tells you your weapons, gives you some stats and some. They're not always actually like real world accurate, but yeah, cool stuff. Oh, he actually got the CBDC agent somehow. Scoundrel. These guys kind of respawn.
Fire him up!
Indefinitely. Kinda. They do stop eventually if you stand there and cycle them enough. But, I'm not really gonna do that. Sometimes your team will contact you like this. Extra stuff.
CBDC has an agent pinned down at your location. They're requesting cover fire.
Yes, M16 ammo. The weapon wheel of sorts. Grenades that I'll probably not even use. But, you know, why not? We're not getting any backup. 4,000 square feet. Smith Real Estate. Apparently this was a bank at one point. Which makes it all the more odd. Why would they target it? Like, if it's an abandoned bank, like it's for lease, so it's not actually like in use. I mean, we were just in there, right? It's just empty. You're gonna target it? Like that's your fucking target for a viral bomb? Like, what are you even doing? Like you were asking to fail.
Gabe, I'm getting interference. You must be near their communications array.
Kravich. I've taken out Kravich and destroyed the comm equipment, but I don't see their uplink dish.
I'll trace it.
Yeah, I was gonna go get the shotty. I don't fucking feel like fighting those three douchebags that come charging in.
Gabe, this must be where the subway security bypass switch is located. Find it and shut it off.
Copy. See if you can find a copy of the subway system security protocols.
Yeah, the subway system
Bypass the subway
security
security. The ramp in the first terminal
protocols,
should be clear
and then
now.
it's just a fucking switch on a wall. Let's make it sound fancy, and then just have the solution literally inches away. Yeah, Gabe, go ahead and miss half the magazine before a single shot. Like, what the fuck is going on with this game right now? Yep. All that for essentially a hidden M79, which is always worth it. I mean, it's a fucking M79. In this game, the M79 is not nerfed in by any means. It's the ultimate fucking weapon. It's like mimetic, even in its own game, its debut game, because the game itself knows how fucking powerful it is. It's never like just freely given to you. At least I can't like think of it off the top of my head. Like you generally have to like, it's just off the beaten path, hitting in a lot of spots.
Romer's men have set a viral bomb on level 1. If you find it, tag it. I'll give its location to CBDC.
Copy. Where's Romer?
Level 2.
I'm on my way. Beacon set. Tell CBDC to get its guys down here.
Copy. They're on their way.
Wow, this is quite the experience, Wallow Big. Shit, let me adjust my fucking chair real quick. Oh gee, another M79. Unbelievable. That means we've got 10 rounds. This is just one of the best games ever fucking made. To this day, it was one of the best games ever made when it fucking came out. Still is. It's just an objective fact.
I've located Romer. He's on the lower level, arming another bomb.
I'm moving. Right.
I didn't even mean to skip that, but doesn't matter really. The fuck? Fuck out of here. How the fuck did he even see me? Even though, like, yeah, you totally would see some fucking psychopath, like, combat rolling into a fucking bench in your peripheral, but maybe. I mean, you probably, I mean, it's actually easy to miss that. Like, I don't know. People kind of miss people doing crazy shit all the time. It's very easy.
Gabe, what's happening?
I'm setting a beacon. Wait. Leon, this one's different from the others. It has a shorter timer, and it
Gabe,
looks...
that's not viral. It's...
Too late!
Holy shit. This is...
Gabe! Gabe! Are you there?
I'm here. I'm all right.
Oh my god, Gabe. I thought you'd been killed.
Not yet. Get on the wire and tell Benton that the subway's a decoy. The main bomb is somewhere else. Where's Romer?
My video feeds are dead. Last visual had Romer moving towards level 1, and Girdu was moving through the main tunnel just beneath the street.
The ramps down here have collapsed. I'll have to find another way up.
Oh, fuck. I really thought that fucker was gonna like collide with me, even though like I know that there's the wall. Like every time one of those fuckers pops up, there's pretty much always a way for you to actually dodge them. There's usually multiple ways, but there's at least always one way, guaranteed way.
Gabe, the viral bomb you tagged on level 1, CBDC can't get to it. Debris is blocking the ramp to the street.
Tell them to stand by. I'll find some of Romer's stashed explosives and clear it from my side.
M79 for these motherfuckers here. If I was quicker, I could have got all three in one grenade. This piece of shit, like, he's getting the grenade just for the audacity. He thought he was special just because he, like, took the initiative and just charged ahead like a fucking idiot. No, he got fucking blown the fuck up. That's exactly what he deserves. Fucking moron. You can just get your back blown out. I'm gonna get this flashlight for this box that I greatly misjudged.
That should be all the C4 you need to blow open that passage.
Oh, this fucking little shit. Get the fuck out.
Gabe, I've restored video to portions of the undestroyed subway. Romer's men are moving through the main tunnel.
Check the subway map. Where does it lead?
This branch feeds into the Washington Park lines.
That's it. Tell Jenkins to get his men to the park and exercise extreme caution. Girdu is there.
Benton says he'll handle it.
Benton. Yeah, keep a note of that. That gives you a...
Those are the gas mains. You better shut them off just to be safe.
Yeah, so that gas main right there, that trips up a lot of fucking people. And there's gonna be points of this playthrough where I just straight up fucking nerd out about this shit because, you know, it's my playthrough and it's my rules. Also, these posters that pop up in a destroyed subway are like, they're meant to be like altered versions of ones that were already there, but they just look really fucking trippy and nightmarish. And like, I'm baked, so it's even crazier. I don't even know what the fuck this one is meant to be, but it does look like you can make out like a fucking face. Like it's like a serial killer type shit. Anyway, back to this thing. This is literally the second mission of the game, and already this game's like fucking weird ass, bespoke, almost like I'm not even gonna use the word that I like popped up in my head because I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean what I think it does. But yeah, it's just some incredibly like nonsensical, like abstract, just turbo surrealist shit almost. Just basically non-player friendly almost. But yeah, like like this gas main, like first of all, it's really easy to miss the vocal line of Leon Jing just telling you about this fucking thing in the first place, because when you fucking most players aren't gonna press start to like go to the objectives menu, all right? And the gas main isn't even on the objective screen here. And even though like I fucking pressed it in, it doesn't like pop up on the objective. So most players, they're just not even gonna fucking know that it even exists to begin with. And that's important because later on in this level, once you complete the objective with the CBDC agent here, where you protect them, and you gotta proceed on, if you don't hit this fucking gas main, the rest of the level is like literally impossible to progress through because you're gonna die immediately from like I guess like acute carbon monoxide poisoning or some shit, because Gabe just fucking chokes to death instantly. So yeah, like a lot of players, like if you like go back and look at like message boards and shit, like a lot of players got tripped up by that shit. And there's gonna become another point in the playthrough, and like literally like 2 or 3 missions where like some similar shit fucking happens, some game design. But like it just makes me think, like it makes me wonder. I mean, like how many people, like when this game came out and when it was still like new, how many people like both bought this game and like rented this fucking game, and like they just never got past this fucking level? Like they were probably digging this game a lot, and then they got to this fucking level and just never fucking got past everything else and just rage quit, and either got a refund or just took the game back to like whatever rental store they got it from. Like probably a shitload, right? Because that weird fucking game design. Because there was no real blueprint. Like it was still like Wild West type shit when it came to game design. You had developers just doing shit, just throwing shit at the wall, and just thinking that just because they thought it was really cool that it was gonna work out. And in a lot of cases, you know, it fucking didn't. So I don't know. But in the sequel came out, and that game is just fucking balls to the wall, just insanity from the get-go when it comes to the difficulty. Like that game just doesn't give a fuck about like, you know, just what like it doesn't care like if you're just new, like if you're new to the game or if you're new to the series or the genre or to gaming in general. Like Syphon Filter 2 is just like, it just doesn't give a fuck. It fully expects you to have like beaten the first game before you even fucking play it, which in and of itself is kind of a tall order, because this game is fucking relentless at certain times. It's not relentless all the way through, but at certain points it just doesn't give a fuck already. And that's just like a preview for what you're gonna get with the second game. And then you play the second game, and the second game is just like, holy fucking shit. What did I do to deserve this fucking insanity, this torture? Known as Syphon Filter 2. And that's the whole fucking game, basically. Interspersed with moments of just ball-bustingly hard, just nonsense that just serves no purpose beyond just making you regret being born. This absolutely sadistic, psychopathic, nihilistic nonsense. And then there's Syphon 3, which is just way more mellow and just way fucking easier. And just, you know, doesn't even really deserve to be spoken of in the same breath when it comes to that. Anyway, that's the kind of rant you get when I'm just fucking baked. But yeah, it just says do not damage any bomb, do not kill any agent. It doesn't tell you fucking anything about the gas main. But yeah, that it also had that little snippet, that foreshadowing about Benton, which is meant to just be really bone-chilling for repeat playthroughs. And it is, if you pay attention to this stuff. So yeah. Completely cut off from all reinforcements. Alright. What the fuck am I doing? I'm like... Okay, so we just hit the gas main, which is... I just went on like a 50-minute rant about why that's just like the most fucking profound moment in gaming history. Do I have to tag this bomb? I can't do that right now. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, look at this fucking... Like, what is that? You can't even tell me what this is. And you also can't tell me why the flashlight is, like, barely doing anything. But yeah, it's just that this is an entirely indiscernible hellscape. And, it's also profound. Anyway, let's, open up this area for this agent.
CPDC is on their way in.
Cover me. Gonna protect this fucking guy here. He actually only needed my help for one of those kills. I think if you kill one fucking guy, like basically no matter what, like... Jesus. Yeah. No matter what, he's gonna like defuse the bomb and then just turn around and like fucking just one tap him with a fucking 45 revolver. 45 handgun, not revolver.
I'm getting a message from Jenkins. Their team is in the park. They are under attack. One of the terrorists has a flamethrower.
Gerdu.
Benton wants us to head over there, stat.
Tell them as soon as I take out Romer, I'll be on my way.
Yep. Let's see, do I have one? Yeah, I don't have one yet. They don't let you get one until the park, unfortunately.
Logan.
Which we're about to get to.
I've spotted Mara Aramov in the tunnel. I'm going after her.
Greetings, by the way, my good friend. I'm coming from Benton. Intel indicates Romer has fled the scene. Jenkins is meeting heavy resistance in the Washington Park area, and DCPD reports 15 officers down. Holy shit. That's an insane mortality rate. We feared agency leak has given his position away. Yeah. Gee, wonder who could have done that. Mara Aramov's identity has been confirmed by Interpol. Do not let her escape. Caution. Team is using the eastbound track to shuttle emergency personnel. Do not use explosives of any kind in the tunnel or you will cause a derailment. Yeah, that's the... This is their excuse to try to get you to like not insta-give her with the grenades, even though you can also just insta-give her with a headshot, which because of plot armor is not gonna actually kill her. Yeah, there we go.
Where's Romer? Where are the other bombs?
You are too late, Logan.
We'll see.
Alrighty, let's see. Oh yeah, the fucking average, completely sucked out of their mind agency agent. And honestly, now that I think about it, I just said that kind of jokingly, that calling them zonked out of their mind, but there's actual like lore in that game that kind of supports that. Kind of supports the actual idea that the agency, like every agent that we saw was on some type of agency cocktail drug. Like if one of the briefings for one of the multiplayer maps literally fucking says that they have an agency psyche division, and they talk about the fucking drugs that they have, and that was the lore explanation for the Surreal map, the map that they have called Surreal. And I think they talk about it some more in the description of the fucking Syphon Filter injected patient that you can play as. So yeah, that's batshit, and that's fucking insane that they actually accounted for that. So yeah, you can totally maybe even the agents in this game, the ones that throw a fucking frag grenade into like a fucking like giant fuel tanker area that sets the warehouses on fire. Because who the fuck would do that, right? And then they do the same thing in Syphon Filter 2 with the fucking actual fuel drums on the train cars. Like, no fucking rational-minded individual would do that. Even a fucking dipshit. Like, even the biggest dipshit off the streets would know to, like, not throw a fucking grenade in areas like those. So, yeah, like, the fucking agency mooks are fucking zonked. And they're not zonked on anything good. They're zonked on some ballsack awful bullshit. Like, I'm zonked right now. I wouldn't really, like, in real life, I wouldn't fucking go throw a grenade anywhere, really. I'm just not gonna go start chucking grenades. But if I was in an engagement, I'm not gonna chuck a grenade in an area that's gonna, like, guaranteed, like, destroy my whole fucking life, right? Anyway. Yeah, holy fuck, what another Naroon rant, right? Blah blah blah. CBDC is requested direct intervention assistance or new orders or locate fire bombs, plant homing beacons, wait for the arrival, provide covering fire. Terrorist resistance is heavy. Agency intel reports that Anton Gurdu is leading the park operation. Exercise caution. We have lost all communication from Jenkins' team. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Leon, I'm on my way to the park. Have Benton send a team to pick up Mara Aramov. I left her wounded and unconscious in the 5th Avenue tunnel, but chances are she's already on the move.
Copy.
And if he hasn't alerted FEMA, he'd better do it soon. Romer is going to trigger the main viral device whether or not the government meets his demands.
I'm already on it. Did you get any information on their operations in the park?
Tell Jenkins that smaller viral bombs are hidden throughout the park. Gurdu has the main one.
Logan, this is Benton. I have a mission redirect. Jenkins' team has been eliminated. I'm putting you on located recon.
Benton, what's going on?
CBDC's getting slaughtered. We need you to track down the viral devices and provide covering fire while CBDC agents come in and disarm them.
Copy that. I'll give them cover as long as I can. Leon, how much time till the main device detonates?
Less than an hour.
Okay, let's do it.
You gotta ask
I
yourself.
set the pickup frequency for your beacons to 9047. CBDC is standing by.
So these CBDC guys, from what I understood, they're not just like ragtag guys. They're not just like ragtag militia or cops or anything. They let me get this idiot notification off. Yeah, so the CBDC guys, they from what I understood, they were like ex-army, like actual military, which is why you see them carrying around fucking M16s in every appearance in this game, except for the bomb guys who generally have 45s. So the fact that they're getting like wiped out here, you gotta like ask your questions. Like, are these terrorists? Are these like domestic bioterrorists actually like that fucking good? Well, you know, they're not. They got set up. They were ambushed, and we've been getting some hints about that. Some very small hints, but I've really just kind of been spoiling it. But we're really getting more and more evidence. You get slightly different text, I think, here. They just tell you that they lost like communication from Jenkins' team, but there's more text later on that like says something. Once I throw a grenade at the fuel car, you can be the one to take Logan down. Yeah. That's true. Even if you're gonna die, that's gonna be your legacy. You took down Logan, this fucking like goddamn mega agent, this fucking demigod of an agent. Alright, let me get out of this fucking menu and actually play the goddamn game. So, like, it's kind of like nighttime here, so it's kind of harder for these enemies to, like, spot you. So there's some fucking app updating itself in the background again. I don't know, it always does that, like, around nighttime, especially when I'm streaming. Now we finally have a 45. Fucking treasure it. I don't give a fuck about the shotgun. A lot of mooks drop it.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
We're gonna protect him with a 45.
Cover me. Bomb disarmed.
All clear, Gabe.
Yep, and one shots fucking everybody that doesn't have a flak jacket, basically,
I'm picking up
if
an
you're close
emergency call
enough.
from CBDC. They have a hostage situation near the tennis courts. Can you help?
I like how you can actually hear, like, the fucking voices in the background that she was listening to. That's such a nice fucking touch.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
Cover me. Bomb disarmed.
All clear, Gabe.
Fucking destroyed. I think Marcuson probably did have something to do with that. But because if they wanted to get rid of Logan, they definitely wanted to get rid of Leon, who was, like, at this point already, like, fiercely loyal to Logan. So they were definitely going to get rid of him. They're going to get rid of her, because she was, like, his number, you know, his number one confidant.
I traced the signal from the comm array. They have an uplink dish hidden somewhere in the park. If you can find it and give me a connection, I can locate their trigger ramp.
But things get, like, really scuffy. I can hear his footsteps from behind. Yeah, Markinson. Yeah, like it's interesting that like he like his like patriotism, I guess, kicked in once he saw the fucking threat of the nukes, because Romer was clearly a fucking madman, but I don't know why you would even give Romer like that much fucking power to begin with, because they saw what he was capable of in Costa Rica. So it's like pure insanity.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their
So
way.
like even
Stand
give him
by.
that much fucking like equity, that much autonomy. And we saw what happened. Markinson. Well, I don't want to spoil it for the viewers. I'm not gonna spoil that much. I'm gonna like pretend to like. Well, not so much pretend. I'm just not gonna like. Certain plot details, I'm gonna keep obfuscated, I guess.
All clear.
For people that don't know the story. Because the story in this game, like even self-contained, is actually like pretty fucking sick. And that's something that like I'm always gonna argue. Oh, give me a second. There's a fucking. Oh, there's just a spider on my fucking microphone. I'm gonna deal with that. Oh, okay. Holy shit. Where did you go, you little you fucking... The agency fucking goddamn mooks out here. Where did this fucker go? No, there's no like, there's not gonna be like any of this like, oh, you know, you're just gonna fucking just go and just escape. You know, there's just not gonna be any of that happening here. And now I'm seeing there's like actual spider webs like on, cause like my microphone is it's one of those fancy ones where like it's got the whole fucking setup, you know, it's got the fucking arm on it where you can like move. So like it's got the arm. Also, let me pause the game because it's got a timer. Like it was big enough that I could see it, and then I got my flashlight and I saw how big it was. And then like I saw it crawl, like it went to like a portion of the mic. But yeah, anyway, like the mic is one of those like fancy ones where like it's got like a desk, like a base, right? And it's got like a desk clamp where like it's a whole ass shebang, and you can maneuver it and move it around and all that, and that's really cool. But also, where the fuck did this motherfucking thing go? Because I saw it crawling, and I just don't fucking know where it went. And that's what these fucking things do. Spiders are fucking ninjas, and that's why they're just the best goddamn operatives. Because they could be in plain sight, and you can see them, and then they're just fucking gone instantly. They just disappear. They just disappear into a dimension that just doesn't even make sense. Just defies all known laws of everything. It's like, I witness you maneuver. There's nowhere that you could have gone, and yet you've gone. And it makes no fucking sense. And this is just what they do. And then you're just fucking on alert for just the rest of your life. Because you're just traumatized. You got PTSD. Because you're a fucking human. And it's just a scenario that just should never happen, and it just does. I'm like over here, like still just like trying to figure out where this fucker went. Like this microphone is so fancy that like it's got like valid hiding places for this fucker. And that's what facilitated this, and that's why I'm so careful. Like, I'm not gonna like touch the fucking microphone and then just have it just drop down and just insta-give me. Just not fucking gonna fall for it. So this is just getting figured the fuck out. And I've got like spray, but I don't want to like spray the mic because I do touch the mic still because it's got like a fucking volume knob on it. It's got the fucking mute button on it, and of course I moved the mic structure around, so you know, I'm just being really careful here, and I'm really annoyed that like my playthrough got paused like this. Like, I'm talking about the agency and they're just like, nope, who do you think you are? This agency that's already been successfully fucking dismantled. But then I guess not if you take the fucking ending of Logan Shadow into account. The fucking cliffhanger of Doom. Where did this fucking thing go? Like, I'm serious. Like, what a fucking ninja. Okay, I think I'm like seeing the actual gigantic spider web that this fucking thing actually got here from. That's kind of what caused a lot of this shit. It fucking got here from that. So I should be more mindful of that for sure going forward. But also, like, what the fuck, man? Oh yeah, there's like hella spider webs. Where did this fucking thing go, bro? Like, I don't... So what I'm gonna do is, like... I'm gonna take this here napkin. Okay. And I am just going to maneuver my whole body over here very slowly and very carefully. And you know, I'm very grateful that when I caught that little nanosecond glimpse of that spider, I saw the color of that spider. And you want to know what color it was? It's virtually the same color as my fucking carpet. And my carpet is like this fucking like this kind of like dark maroon color, you know? This kind of like laid back maroon. So, you know, it's just really easy for anything that's that shade to just, you know, be completely indiscernible if it were to land, you know, somewhere on that type of color, that surface. So that's just really cool how that's just something that happened. How that's, you know, fucking motherfucking agent is just that color. It's just cool, you know, that it has that stealth, that active stealth camouflage to just, you know, amp up the psychological fucking terror. The CIA-sponsored PSYOP, you know. The fuck is this? That's how badly Sony trying to bury Syphon Filter as a series, even though they continually put it up for sale and just port it to every goddamn platform known to mankind. Because they put out PS4/PS5 ports. Because of course, you know, we're not gonna like let the team that like made the fucking series make another game. But you know. Alright, let me just like move this fucking mic back and like try and like sheepishly just... Yeah, okay. The one time I want this fucking mic stand to just not be a spastic piece of shit. And it's not cooperating. Gee, I wonder why that could be. It's almost like it fucking knows. It's almost like it's a piece of fucking garbage and it's just gonna get thrown the fucking way and dismantled for just being disobedient and colluding with the enemy behind my fucking back. You know? Fucking Mike contraption just had one task, one sole fucking purpose, and that was just to just exist and just function, not just be sentient and just decide that it needs to just fucking collude with the fucking enemy and just try and just set assassination plots. Because I don't know what it hopes to gain from this insurrection, but it's not going to be in its favor, I tell you that. Alright, I'm seriously not understanding why this mic is just this fucking close. And why I can't pull it back like I always fucking do. Like, the fuck is this shit? This is not kosher at all. A fucking ghost has just fucking, like, what is this bullshit? Like, the mic, I can't pull it back. Like, I don't know what the fuck. It's just not letting me do it. I'm trying to, like, push it, like, away from my whole life. I think it's because, like, this part, yeah, I don't know. That'll probably just have to do. Yeah, whatever. No, that's just... Nope. Yeah, whatever. Fuck off. Okay. I've got, like... I'm getting, like, multiple YouTube notifications from, like... There's like a video about the fucking W series. The formula, like, it wasn't really, like, a formula series, but it was, like, the W series, like, these... An all-female driver grid with formula-style cars that was, like, ostensibly supposed to be, like, a stepping stone to the Formula Leagues. It didn't work out. Like, last month in June, they fucking finally announced officially that it closed down after some just difficulties, just financially, for various reasons. But yeah, there's like a cool guy, Josh Ravel, he made like a video about it, and I made a comment in a thread, which is just something you should never ever do in YouTube ever, where I just like called out some idiot for being a bigot, because he was just some moron, just basically like trying to say that the reason that the division failed is because women are inferior and they can't fucking do anything ever, and they can't drive a car as good as a man, even though like clearly like most guys on the road can't drive for shit either. So, you know, just typical misogyny that, you know, these people, some certain people in these fandoms are just like just so fucking like inept at being humans, and they just like externalize that via various types of bigotry. And I just periodically I just see these like notifications popping up in the bottom right, and it's just like, man, like, people really are just that dumb, huh? Like, brought it on myself, but and of course you get like the other YouTube notifications, like just people you're sub to, like, oh, here's a premiere. But like every now and then it's just like a comment notification, and it's just like, how about you show me like the comment like the comment replies from like people that just aren't being like brain dead morons. Like it always prioritizes like the shit that they know is just gonna generate clicks, which just kind of circles back into like all these social media platforms just fucking being on fire and just dying
CBDC
as of late.
Signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
But I'm not gonna rant about that because that's just fucking lame as hell and fucking not nearly as interesting as this video game that I'm actually playing. Like, this game does conspiracies in a way that's so, like, realistic. Because it's realistic, like...
All clear, Gabe. Gabe, all the bombs have been disarmed. Now find your due.
The fucking conspiracies, like... One thing I was gonna rant about was comparing this shit to, like, Metal Gear. Because that was something that people would do all the time back in the day because they were idiots. Like, Metal Gear and Syphon Filter barely really have anything in common. Top to bottom. Like, the only elements that they share is that, yes, there's, like, espionage happening. There's espionage, and there's, like, duplicity and betrayals and conspiracies and stuff like that. And yes, you do play as, like, just larger than life agents that are capable of these fucking insane feats of just insanity. But, like, really, like, the gameplay and, like, the narrative styles are just drastically different. The thematic elements that they cover are different. And just everything is everything that matters is different. Even the fucking, like, mode of third-person gameplay is different. Like, Metal Gear was largely like this really shittily implemented isometric camera with really bad controls and everything until NGS4, and even then the controls are still just barely tolerable instead of bad. But, like, yeah, anyway, like, I always felt Syphon Filter did that aspect just way better. Like, not just the gameplay, but, like, the exposition. Because with Metal Gear, you're always just gonna be, like, for one fucking point to get across, that's gonna be, like, 5 fucking real-life hours of cutscenes and exposition. You know? For, like, one plot point. Or one, like, thematic element, or one thing. That's every little thing in Metal Gear. That's, like, multiple fucking hours of your actual life for that one fucking thing, for that one element to just be explored or whatever, you know? And it's insane. And people just think, like, oh, this is fucking, like, high art just because of, like, the massive quantity of it. And because it takes itself, like, super seriously. And you get these people, these fucking idiots that, like, unironically, like, worship Kojima. And just think that, like, everything that this fucking guy puts out is just, like, it's just automatically, like, this fucking just genius fucking work. That just can't be fucking critiqued at all. And it's just, like, that shit is just garbage. Like, that aspect of fandom is just, like, absolute trash. Like, you never really come across, like, Syphon Filter fans that are like, oh yeah, like, this fucking plot line here, like, yeah, this is better than fucking Scorsese, and, like, if you don't fucking understand that, you know, like, you're just fucking brainlet. Like, like, that just doesn't happen. Like, there's no fucking shit like that. But anyway, like, yeah, there's my, like, 80th fucking, like, unhinged rant about whatever. Drugs are coming back in. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're kicking in. Yeah, MGS4, and it's coming to PC, so all the fucking PC fucking losers are gonna, like, not be able to, like, witness, they're not gonna understand, like, the fucking majesty, the ecstasy of watching Solid fucking, like, an 80-year-old geriatric Solid Snake, like, smoke a cigarette in real time for 50 minutes while the game slowly fucking installs assets off of a fucking Blu-ray disc, right? They're not going to be able to understand what that's like, because that's not going to be a part of the experience anymore. Like, that whole thing isn't even going to be there in the PC version, because it's going to be redundant. Like, there's not even going to be an install segment. It's just going to be the game happening. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say the game happening? It's going to be the movie playing uninterrupted. Yeah, with its, like, you know, brief interruptions of gameplay segments. I mean, people might think I'm being a little shit here when I say that, but like, I distinctly remember my playthrough of that game. Because I remember I wrote a review at some point, somewhere that I posted. And I remember complaining about how, like, Acts 1 and 2 are, like, the best acts of the whole game. Because those are the acts where, like, there's actual fucking gameplay. And there's actual, like, game systems and mechanics in play. And then all that shit just goes out the fucking window after Act 2. Because, like, Act 3 had, like, a smidgen of gameplay. And then that's where they just completely fucking gave up. And, like, everything after that is just nothing but cutscenes. Especially Acts 4 and 5, which are just straight up, like, 90% cutscenes. No hyperbole. Zero high fucking hyperbole on those statements. I'm not even exaggerating. And I know I'm not, because I fucking remember it. And everyone that I've ever brought that up to, even the most hardcore MGS fanboys, they don't even disagree. Because they know it's true. You can't disagree with those numbers because that's literally what the game is. If you skip all the cutscenes in the MGS4, it's like maybe like probably 2.5 hours of gameplay. Maybe. Like, if you're just playing the fucking game and it's a person that's, like, not gonna get lost, you know? Okay, let me get back to playing this fucking game. I'm just, like, ranting about everything now. Like, just going off. Let's get back to this fucking narrative, if it's so good, right? I can't be rambling about, like, some other series. Not that long. Not for that long. Here we've got like a pseudo, like... Oh! I tried to do like the instant headshot, but I almost fucked it.
Leon,
If you miss
tell
that shot or
CBDC
alert that
Commander
guy,
free the
he
hostages.
instantly
I'm back on
executes
task.
someone.
Copy. I'll let him know.
And you fail. This guy, like, somehow got aggroed. He's not really meant to ever get aggroed. I don't know how he got aggroed, but... Doesn't really matter. I'm going to use this while I still can, because after this, it's just going to get taken out of my inventory. Pretty risky, what I just did.
I'm getting interference. You must be right on top of their uplink dish.
Because if that, like, blast would have, like, destroyed this dish, yeah, that would have been mission failure.
Leon, connection's complete.
I'm tracking a mobile signal just north of you, towards the Freedom Memorial in the hedge maze area.
Check Romer's file and see who he's been using as triggerman. I'll bet these bombs are set with a backup mobile detonator.
Got it. Jorge Marcos. I'm downloading his dossier into your comm device.
Add him to my hit list.
So you can get through this part here with like optional pseudo stealth. This game has a lot of moments like this where there's just bits where like you can get through with stealth if you fucking want to. If you manage to like not fuck up. And if you do this part with stealth, you can stealth kill this dipshit Jorge Marcos.
Marcos must have been ghosting an entire frequency. I got him. Your due is just north of you in the Freedom Memorial building.
That's where the main viral bomb is. Tell CBDC to stand by.
I don't know why she proudly exclaims that she got Jorge Marcos right after you blow his fucking brains out. I don't know if this is meant, if that was like just meant to play after you kill him no matter what, or when you get to this spot, and then it was maybe gonna reveal where he's at. But yeah, if you get to this point or whatever, and like if you alert any guards prior to like getting here, he gets alerted and then he just starts running around like a fucking crackhead on like PCP and meth and speed, and it becomes really fucking hard to find them in this literal fucking maze here, and it can be really fucking annoying. So I always do it with stealth, just to like cause myself the least amount of suffering. And I don't ever speedrun this game, like not like really, not seriously. So I don't really give a fuck about like oh, it's not like a world record pace or whatever. If I try to do it quickly, I just don't fucking
I'm at the
care.
entrance. Tell CBDC to get their team moving.
Hurry, Gabe. You don't have much time.
And here we get the first appearance of the fucking sick ass boss theme that just gets iterated on, basically. SpySat has completed a detailed analysis of Gertrude's body armor, impervious to all conventional weapons. No explanation how. Our armor specialists are working on it, but your agent may have to improvise to find a weak point. Our demolition expert has noted that the use of any explosive device will trigger the viral bomb. No explanation of any of this. It's just, you know, these are the parameters. You know, you just can't do anything that's going to one-tap them, you know, for gameplay purposes. Here's some lore to explain it.
Anton Gerdu. I hope Romer's paying you enough to die for him.
Gabriel Logan, always the optimist. Look around, Logan. This hall contains a mosaic depicting the entire history of your country's wars and aggression. We are about to make an addition to it.
I don't think so, Gerdu. It ends here.
Gabe, your dude's wearing full body armor. You've got to find a weak spot.
There.
Oh shit.
You can't. You can't hide for. You can't.
Gabe, are you alright?
He's finished, Leon. Get CBDC in here. Tell Benton I need an evac.
Copy that.
So fucking cold, man. He just fucking walks away just so casually, while that motherfucker is just on fire behind him. He just was not having it. He was getting the fuck out. His mission was done. Well, that part of his mission anyway.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It contains compounds identical to those extracted from the plants taken from Romer's plantation in Costa Rica. Compounds patented by a multinational corporation named Farcom. I checked with our contact in the World Health Organization. Farcom is also coordinating the WHO's efforts to track down these worldwide viral outbreaks.
Romer's not sophisticated enough to run this kind of operation. With that arsenal, he must have an enormous base of operations somewhere. Who's funding him?
I have already had Farcom investigated. The final report was inconclusive.
Whose report? Benton's? The same man who coordinated our botched raid in Costa Rica? The man who got Jenkins' entire team taken out? Where is Benton now?
I've placed him on leave. Now, what do you want to do?
Fagan is hosting a reception at his exhibition center in New York tonight. I've tapped into their security files and accessed blueprints of the entire building.
Fagan doesn't know who I am. I'll go as a guest and plant a remote wire on him. If there's a connection, I'll find it.
All right. Report back to me in 24 hours. But this is not a standard intercept and eliminate operation. If Fagan is involved with Romer, I want them both taken alive. If you do find a mole, eliminate him.
Leon, something's up. Fagan's moving. I'm going to follow him.
But Gabe, his wire is coming in clear.
I know, but I want to be there in case something is going down.
Be careful. If any of his security guards spot you outside of the reception area, Fagan will know you're here.
I won't let anyone see me.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge exhibit. I'm checking their security protocols. They have guards posted everywhere. Don't be spotted or the mission will be over.
Okay. Time for me to ramble again. So, the reason why I was so liberally speaking of, the duplicity of Benton is because the game kind of just spills the beans on it pretty early, which is like this mission, Mission 5. It drops some hints, but at Syphon Filter 3, because it has so many missions that are prequels in actual gameplay and story, where they kind of expand more on some of these characters. And they basically further establish what this game establishes, that Benton is, despite being in the agency in some shape or form for just decades at this point, for like his whole career almost, the guy is really fucking shitty at carrying out anything successfully, apparently. Like, he's really shitty at covering up his fucking obvious corruption. And that's why Marcuson right now in that cutscene just straight up just gives the fucking deep, he just doesn't even like try to hide. He doesn't even try to like back up Benton, because Gabe is just like sees through it so clearly, because Gabe has worked with Benton before historically. And he saw that, like, he's seen directly that Benton has gotten tons of other agents killed with his absolute dog shit garbage handling of everything, and just his complete ineptitude and lack of care, like his lack of empathy for others, that he just doesn't give a shit about their lives. So that explains how Benton's life, like Benton's whole fucking team got wiped out. Jenkins' team got wiped out earlier. And also explains how, possibly hints at how Gabe's army group got wiped out, except for himself and Ellis. But yeah, we're gonna try to shadow Fagan in a stealthy manner, who should take us to Benton, ostensibly. And I haven't done this mission in the non-speedrun way in like a billion years, so I actually don't even remember how to do it. So if I get spotted, we're just gonna soldier on through and restart until we get it. Did I fuck up already? Okay, take him out. Take this fucking guy out. And we should be good. I don't think there's like any other enemies that I need to watch out for except for this fucking guy, who I forgot existed. And from here, shadowing him is mostly easy. You don't really get a checkpoint though, so you need to do it all in one shot. It's actually kind of easier to do the speedrun route because you just kind of bypass Fagan completely, and you don't got to really worry about the stealth that much. But for the sake of like kind of trying to do this playthrough kind of like lore accurate, I'm not gonna have Gabe like sequence break or anything. Okay, I'm just gonna hope this fucker does not, like... Of course he fucking spotted me. You fucking asswipe. I should have used the fucking taser on you. You sub-fucking human. You fucking dog shit excuse of a specimen. I'm gonna try the normal route one more time. I'm actually really annoyed that what just happened there. So I'm gonna stay here. Let this guy walk down. This might be the way that they wanted you to do it, maybe, or one of the ways. There's multiple ways, obviously, but I like how it's still playing like the fucking action theme. Sometimes the game does glitch out and does that, but all right. I'm actually really annoyed that it's still playing that theme. This was the Syphon Filter 2 multiplayer theme, basically, like the one that played like in the majority of the maps. Yep, this fucking riveting stealth gameplay here of just waiting out this fucking idiot who does this stupid fucking route and just waste my fucking time. Wait, what? How the fuck? Like that guy, you're literally supposed to be able to just like shoot him that way. Okay, yeah, no. I'm doing it the secret break. We're doing the secret sequence break route. I don't fucking care. I'm not fucking like they're all about to get wiped. Everyone is about to get genocided and just fucking bypassed. It's Fagin, you can just hurry the fuck up and get around the corner. Oh, of course, he gets fucking destroyed this time. Yep, that's the sequence break route. And then you run here and it plays a cutscene. Usually Fagin would be walking.
What are you doing here?
And you
were
would
never to come
tail
here.
him very slowly.
Get out, both of you.
But fuck that.
As of this moment, we no longer work for you. We want the location of the Syphon Filter lab.
Leon, I found the agency's leak.
You are.
Benton.
Benton, that son of a...
Get out, both of you. We'll settle this later.
Shut up. He's been bugged. Quickly, get him out of here.
I love how Fagin just says, "Shut up, both of you," or whatever the fuck. Just exact same way.
Still in there with you. Watch out.
Oh, Ben, you're so fucking good. No, fuck you.
He's
instantly
finished.
fucking annihilated.
Don't send a report to Markinson yet. I want to find out what's going on here. Where's Fagin?
Mara must have destroyed the bug. I've lost his signal.
I'll get to the security room and give you an uplink to their camera systems.
Copy. Farcom security has already cleared the guests out and locked down the building. They'll be looking for you.
I'll handle it.
I love that. Like Gabe that's the second time Gabe has said that after taking some idiot out. He just says they're finished. That's it.
Farcom's using a magnetic card key system. Each gate is coded to a unique card. I'll see if I can find a master code.
Check their security rosters. I want to know which guards are holding keys and where they are.
I'll try.
Just they're finished. He's finished. Yeah, so I think this level just has like an incredibly like heinous abuse of video game mechanics and level design. Just a flagrant abuse of developer player trust. And I'm gonna point it out and rant about it because it's just fucking hilarious. And I can guarantee you 100% that it drove away like a lot of potential Syphon Filter fans because they never got past it and they rage quit. And I know that for a fact because I've seen like old forum posts about it before. But it's just fucking disgusting, and I'm gonna talk about it because it's fucking amazing how it is. Also, that guard is a fucking piece of shit, and I'll explain why later. It's not because he fucking spotted me from 10 miles away, and how improbable that would even be in real life. There's no way he would be able to know that, like, that was Gabe Logan and not just another agency mook. We're all wearing fucking tuxedos and suits. And somehow him, who was standing all the way over there, through a giant pane of fucking glass from this fucking distance, through this stupid fucking grated door, with this backdrop of this fucking gunmetal gray nondescript fucking wall. There's no fucking way that motherfucker would have been like, oh yeah, that's Logan. I know that that's Logan. That's him. I'm gonna open fire. But that's not why I'm ranting about him right now. That has nothing to do with anything, actually. Fuck you. He's actually, like, related to the rant that I'm actually gonna talk about pretty soon. Who the all these bullshit enemies just spawn. Like, oh yeah, we know that you picked up that item. If you're wondering what's happening, viewers that don't know, the weird, like, flashing that's going on, that's me spamming the aim button at specific intervals to just skip animations to climb faster. That's basically all it is. It's called an interaction skip in the speedrunning community because that's literally what it is. Okay, so we're here at the area. I gotta take out these idiots first. Okay, so here we are. This area just houses one of the most just flagrant abuses of developer player trust. Like, this was pretty much bordering on a war crime. It's like it's actual abuse. Like, this is like some form of cruel and unusual punishment. So here's what we like. You've got this fucking elevator, right? Obviously they've introduced the concept of the keypad to you in this level, and it looks like it says like new something, new, I don't know what the fuck it's meant to say, but that top word definitely says new. Anyway, so they've introduced the keypad. You got to get a key card. Every keypad has a certain level of key card or whatever the fuck. Blah, blah, blah. Not really a groundbreaking concept. Other video games have done it. Doom has done it. It's been there since day one. Okay, so what's so special about this shit? Well, if I interact with this switch, this happens. The elevator call switch, right? I call it, oh, it's coming down. Okay, and we can hear this bullshit. There's another switch, right? And it's going haywire. It's probably defective. But, you know, most people probably aren't really thinking about that too much. You can hear it, and it brings your attention to it. Some people probably wouldn't even notice it with the sound. Who knows? But let's get on the elevator and press the triangle button, shall we? The action button, the interact button. It takes us down. All right, let's play the game. Let's progress onward. Okay, the elevator sound awkwardly cuts out very abruptly, but that's whatever. Let's go over here. We got a flak jacket and ooh, G18. I will absolutely take the G18. The G18 is a fucking goddamn just death fucking cannon of doom in this game. Just spits out 10,000 rounds a minute. Just lets you just spray with reckless abandon. Alright. Alright, we're up here. Got this fucking switch. Let's interact. Wait. Lock code required? What do you mean lock code required? Alright, we gotta get the codes. Maybe one of these dipshits dropped the key, right? Let's check. Nope, all they've got is bullets. And guns. What's up here? There's nothing. There's just this fucking another gate. We can't get back there. Let's backtrack. That's all we can do. We gotta check all these bodies. And you know, we've looked over here. We looked at that guy. We picked up everything already. This guy over here. Alright, I don't know where that guy came from, but he just didn't have anything. So let's get back on the elevator. Let's press the button. It takes us back up. Is it gonna take us to the top? Nope, let's hit triangle again. Maybe it'll take us to the top, right? No, it just takes us back down. Okay. What can we possibly do? What would anyone do? Because if we hit the button, if I hit this button, we just hear a sound effect. Nothing happens. And if we backtrack, which I'm not going to actually do, we can go all the way back to every fucking room that we've been to, and we're not going to find a new key card. So do you want to know what the fuck the player is supposed to do to progress? I'm going to show you. Here's what you're meant to do. You're meant to come back to this elevator at some point after having this fucking grand epiphany about this whole fucking shebang. So you're supposed to come back to this elevator, stand somewhere on it like where I am, enter manual aim mode with a gun, aim up and aim at the keypad and shoot it with your fucking gun, and that's gonna trigger it somehow and make your elevator go up to the top. And from here we can access this new level that we couldn't get to before. And it's gonna have some bullshit morons here. We're gonna take them out. You can see this G18 dropped by one of the other dipshits that we killed earlier, which is letting you know that there were other people here, that this area is not completely new. And what do you know? What's over here? That one dipshit that spotted us from 10 trillion miles away? Oh yeah, he was the guy that just happened to have that key card that we need to progress. And the only way to get up here with this fucking guy was by figuring out that you're supposed to backtrack to the elevator, stand in the specific spot, manual aim up, and shoot it. Shoot the keypad. Doing this thing, performing this action that you never had to do at any other point in the game, and was never hinted at any point in the game. Shooting a keypad. That's what you're supposed to do. I just can't imagine the amount of people that got to this level, couldn't figure out what to do, rage quit, and never fucking came back to the series. Because why would they? Who would come back to a series that abuses them psychologically like this? So needlessly. So ruthlessly. I just, as much as I love the franchise, I just can't even blame any of the players for just not wanting to deal with this bullshit. And just leaving. And because the fucking creators were just so full of their own shit that they thought they could just get away with this type of shit. Yeah, if you're slow in a draw, like that guy just jumps down and does a lot of dumb shit, and it's really annoying. Here, we've got the K3G4, which is actually based on a real gun, believe it or not. The real gun does not really function quite identically to the way that it's portrayed in this video game. But, you know, it's all good. The real gun is called, it's based on the G3K A4, which is a carbine version of the G3 rifle, which was, not really, like, they didn't make a whole lot of this variant. It's basically like a submachine gun. I mean, it basically is a submachine gun. It just has, like, an optional folding stock on it. At least some of the models did, I guess. Which, in this game, is represented not at all by... Like, this game just depicts it as a stock, not even, like, being drawn on the model. Which was really hard to see, but you can see it in the image in the bottom right. Like, if you go to the fucking description, they say that, like, it's got, like, Teflon-coated bullets, which somehow makes it, like, capable of having, like, a higher degree of, bullet penetration. That's actually a myth. Teflon doesn't do, like, anything at all for, it doesn't increase the bullet penetration properties at all. That's just something that was, like, popularized by, like, a movie or some shit. And, people just kind of thought it was legit until it just got debunked later by the internet. But yeah, in real life, there's nothing special about the rounds that it fires besides the fact that some of the rounds that it can fire can indeed be some very large, very powerful rounds, because even though this variant is a carbine-sized variant, it was still chambered in the same G3 round, the same round as the main G3 rifle, which was, if I remember correctly, it was like I think it's 7.62 by 51 NATO or something like that, which is fucking insane, which explains the small mag size of just 20 rounds. That's what that whole thing's about. And this gun actually did make an appearance in at least, like, 2 other games. I think they were, like... It appeared in multiple Battlefield games. So, there's your trivia. I just know that because I'm apparently a nerd specifically about this gun. Apparently. So, yeah. And it's a super good gun in this game. It doesn't do, like... The bullets individually don't do that much damage, but... What's special about it is that it literally just bypasses flak jackets completely. So that balances out the whole... As you can see, that guy had a flak jacket, but I shot him straight through it, and I can pick up his flak jacket undamaged. Or maybe technically it is damaged, because every time you pick up a flak jacket like this, it's never 100%, it just gives you like 30% or something. So maybe just the fact that, like, it was off of a deceased combatant. Why do I have a sudden craving for, like, cinnamon buns now? I want some cinnamon buns right now.
Leon, I've jacked in. What have you got?
I've got him. They're in the dinosaur exhibit. You can't let her assassinate him, Gabe. Only Fagin knows where the virus is being manufactured.
And only Mara knows where Romer's base is. I'll figure something out.
I don't have cinnamon buns, but... I've got these, I've got some iced molasses cookies, which are cinnamon adjacent. So I'm just gonna snack on a couple of those real quick. Keep saying something about Syphon Filter.
The entrance to the dinosaur exhibit is in the main lobby where the reception was.
How do I get there from here?
I'm not sure. I'll try to see if there's another way down.
It's a great gun. Like, those guys, they all had flak jackets, and they just got completely shat on. There's literally nothing they could do about it. I don't even need to go for headshots. And then they just... The game... Just in case you missed the flak... Like, this gun earlier in the previous mission, it just gives you a second chance to get it here. And even if you did get it, and you used it, you get a free refill. So this is the game deciding to just suck you off if you had the fucking wherewithal, or you hated yourself enough to, like, figure out how to get past the prior level. Shit just, like, the game does start to reward you with shit, like, if you explore and kind of go out of your way sometimes. I was just taking a sip of my drink there. Let me clear my phone of notifications as well. All right.
You're on top of the lobby now, but I can't find anything in the blueprints that show a way down.
I'll improvise.
The first recorded instance of Gabe just deliberately flinging his body through a giant fucking window of some sort. Fuck that guy. Yep. Just some fucking insane ability that he has that he will repeat numerous times in this franchise, to just fall from some insane height and just land casually like it's nothing, with no fucking injuries at all. Like, anyone that would have done that, even if they would have survived the fall, they're gonna be fucking ripped to shreds by, like, they're gonna have micro tears all over their, like, micro abrasions all over their fucking skin. Because all this guy, he's not wearing anything protective, he's just wearing a fucking tuxedo. So, like, his exposed skin and even some of the skin underneath the suit probably got shredded by tons of that fucking glass. And that's just from the fucking initial impact of him going through it. That's not counting, like, the landing. And he just fucking lands. No bone fractures, nothing. Just no bruises, no fucking... He's just whatever. Like, this is this casual fucking thing. Like, he just wakes up every morning and just the first thing he does before he even fixes his fucking bowl of cereal, he just fucking leaps off of, like, a 50-foot ravine or something. Just to wake himself up. Remind himself that he's actually alive. Otherwise, like, why is he even fucking breathing? Like, if he can't survive that, like, it's just... He's just not Gabe Logan anymore. Of course, you just have a flak jacket. Fucking just fist full of fucking glass. That's why there's so much glass in this fucking game. Like, every goddamn level, there's just a billion fucking glass panes everywhere. It's just all just to satiate fucking Gabe's fucking lust.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't.
There goes Fagin. Is Mara still alive?
I'm over here thirsting for cinnamon rolls. This guy,
More security is on
Gabe,
its
just
way.
wants glass rolls. Okay, I need to stop smoking crack and learn how to pick the right weapon. Start smoking some fucking glass. Give the program. I love the little pointless, like,
Leon,
shimming pseudo
We'll have
exploit.
to patch her up before we can get any
It's not even an
information from her.
exploit, it just makes you go like 0.1% faster than normal. Usually carried out by our agents within the Army Rangers. I mean, I think Gabe literally was an Army Ranger. I forget which thing he was in. He was in the Army, though. The U.S. Army. Before he became an agent. Yeah. So this is interesting. Like, this fucking... I was wondering, like, why, like, I had droplets of, like, water on my chair. It's because my fucking drink that I have, it was in the refrigerator, as drinks often are, and, you know how drinks kind of get that sweat kind of thing going, the condensation? Dripped off the bottle, and I forgot that concept was a thing somehow, because I'm a stoner. A stoner that already has ADHD and, like, a terrible short-term memory. Just a great combo. Anyway, so this mission text, like, I just love the fact that, like, the game completely lampshades the fact how ridiculous this operation is. Like, it's literally just Gabe essentially going in alone for an operation that, like, a whole fucking team... Like, there would be multiple fire teams at minimum assigned to this. And the game is just completely, like, making light of it. Like, yeah, this is completely fucking insane, but you're fucking Gabe Logan, so of course we're just gonna have you do it. And then they talk about, like, how Leon's gonna have to help you to, like, disable the base's anti-aircraft radar dish. Like, that's their fucking, like, this base has that for some reason, because I guess, like, a fucking warlord is just expecting some type of incursion or some shit. And, or maybe they just have that money, right? Warlord fucking money to have access to this type of hardware. I think they are, like, in Kazakhstan. Yeah, it says at the top Kazakhstan, so I guess this is that fucking Soviet money or Soviet hardware that was, like, left behind, maybe. Who fucking knows? That whole fucking region, super fucking corrupt from the get-go. That's just how it was. Doesn't really need much of an explanation. It's very easy to believe, but just us, like, it's very easy to believe them having it, but like, just a two-person team going in and just disabling it, and just being expected to disable it like it's just some casual thing to just have, like, this just occupy like 2 lines of text in a fucking mission briefing. But we're gonna see how
every
things
mission in this investigation
turn out.
has been compromised. The agency had a leak at the top.
Benton, of course.
You knew?
You were valuable to me, Logan, but you are not briefed on all of the agency's activity.
What a shock. He
I know it for
knew
some time
about
Benton was
Benton's
playing both
bullshit.
sides.
How many missions did you send us on knowing that Benton could have gotten us killed?
We do what it takes, Logan. All of us.
Great explanation.
What else did you find out?
We
Fantastic.
downloaded several data files from Fagan's computers. It'll take a while before intelligence can crack Farcom's encryption codes, but Fagan must have a lab somewhere that's manufacturing this virus.
Fagan has disappeared. Interpol hasn't been able to turn up a trace of him yet, and there's still no sign of Romer.
Romer is operating out of an old Soviet base in northern Kazakhstan. Our spy satellites have pinpointed the exact location of his compound. The State Department must be able to tell the Kazakhstan government that the United States had nothing to do with the operation. Your chopper will put you down 1 mile outside the base, just beyond the range of their long-range radar. Hopefully the blizzard will mask your approach. You will have to infiltrate on foot and disable their short-range anti-aircraft guidance radar before evac.
Those look like long-range SS-23s.
Yes, they're the reason I'm sending you. Before you set the timer, you need to find their missile stockpiles and retrieve the launch codes. We want to find out where he is getting them. You will be carrying several C4 charges, which you will plant on these fuel tanks. That should be enough explosive to take out whatever arms he is stockpiling. This is Vladislav Gabrek, Romer's base commander. He is personally in charge of security.
Contingency plan?
If you fail, we'll have another chopper standing by 2 clicks south.
If I find Romer...
Eliminate him.
I'm on my way in.
All right.
Radio traffic shows a yellow alert status. Be careful to avoid their patrols. If the base goes on alert, you won't have much time to complete your objectives.
Check.
Why is the base on yellow alert status? We'll never find out. But it is, and the only reason why it actually is because that's an explanation for there to be 500,000 guards patrolling the base at all times. Which gives us an excuse for some stealth gameplay, which is completely optional because you can actually go loud if you want to at the very beginning, which I'm sure the majority of players probably did because, that could happen. I'm going to do it the stealth way. Wait, what? Why is this not killing me? Well, that's interesting. It looks like I've got, like, invincibility enabled because of the Game Shark code, even though I disabled it. This should kill me. Oh, it does not. That's an interesting invincibility code. It just legitimately makes you a fucking actual god. Looks like once it's enabled, it's just on forever. And that's okay. We're doing a playthrough. It doesn't really matter, but I don't want the level to be on alert. So, I fucked that up. So, it's also incredibly easy to get, like, soft locked on that locker. You can get, like, animation locked very easily. So, it's kind of the intended way to take care of those guys. And this game's, like, alert system is kind of wonky, which is why you can hear the alert music. Like, technically, one of those guys spotted me the moment I threw the grenade, but because they were incapacitated before they could really do anything, the alert didn't actually trigger. Yeah. You don't need to shoot out the little lights, but I shoot some of them out just because it makes things easier. Thank you, Gabe. The way that he says that, just like the gleeful ecstasy of a child.
I've planted the first explosive.
Gabe is just fascinated by glass and fuel tanks.
Gabe, intelligence briefings show the bunkers are guarded by motion sensors. You'll have to cut their power to get in.
Where's the substation?
A half-click southeast from your present position. Check your sat map.
Yeah, Gabe, your fucking sat-nap. Alright, let's hope that this other guy over here just doesn't fucking notice or care about this body. Doesn't matter, we blew his brains out. Cool. Alright, let's fucking go over here. we're not gonna really question these physics involved with these bullets that just seemingly like magnetize to people and go through holes in reality like that and just hit the enemy even though they cross a corner or outpace the bullet. What does the switch do again? Because I don't remember.
I found the power to the motion sensors. I'm heading over to the bunkers now.
Oh, cool. Did I tag the first tanker thingy? I don't know, because I've done multiple playthroughs where, like, I forget to tag the first one. And, yeah, it can be infuriating. Like, okay, I got it. Let me just... Literally got something in my eye. That was annoying. Oh yeah. Yo. Very easy for this guy to like randomly spot you, or like one of those guys to randomly spot you if you get up too early. Now that we've got all these extra grenades, it's sometimes this other guy will get alerted no matter what, sometimes not. So we're taking care of all that. We're gonna take care of this little devious little bitch here. Very easy to miss him. And this guy back here, very easy to miss him, who is conveniently on the other side of the fence before we fucking get this checkpoint. Casual about using WMDs. Yeah, Gage just doesn't care at all. Like, he operates purely on his own code of ethics, his own morality system. Let's see if we can bag all of these cucks instantly. Alright, we almost fucked it up, but we got him.
That's the last explosive. I'll trigger the timer once I'm on the roof and have disabled their radar.
Copy.
Despite our erstwhile immortality, we are not going to walk into the gas cloud. You just do not. We don't need to ruin, we don't want to ruin our gums for that glass. You know, we gotta keep things fresh. Now... Oh wow, Mandalore Gaming has uploaded a new video, and it's for Myth. One of the Myth games, I don't know which one, I have no idea, like... It's called Myth: The Fallen Lords, but like, I legitimately I don't know shit. Like, the only thing I know about Myth is that... Oh, actually, yeah, I don't know shit about Myth. It's Myth. I was thinking about Myst, but Myth is something else, so I legitimately know nothing about it. But yeah, that's cool. It's a new Mandalore video, so I will most likely watch that pretty soon. Anyone else that's a Mandalore fan? Yeah. That's something you now know about. And we are still in stealth mode here. And you got these two. So yes, if you manage to do all this, you can get to this point with stealth, and you're gonna see why it's not gonna matter in a few seconds. Doesn't regularly ingest it. Yeah, that explains it. And it must explain Romer too, because he's the same way. He's impervious. Romer's impervious to everything else except sarin gas. So Romer's that also explains Romer's lack of strategic business planning. All the time that he could have spent getting that type of business savvy for all of these international deals and whatnot, and all these potential business expansions. Instead of doing that, learning about that, he was mastering just the art of, you know, surviving headshots from literally any type of small arms round fired by or invented by humanity. All with his red beret, you know, because bullets couldn't damage him no matter what. Even though he had exposed skin, his head was still exposed, save for his red beret, and he was completely impervious to every bullet that you could possibly throw at him, except for the sarin gas. Even the M79 grenade launcher that he himself wields, he could blow himself up with it and just not die from it. That's how, like, his fucking strategy, you know, he just eventually got to the point where he would just wake up, go into the backyard, and just spam an M79 grenade launcher at his feet, and he would just do this until he just built up this fucking immunity to it, like this fucking it went from being anathema to just being, you know, ambrosia. It's insane. Yep, he just fucked up. I don't know, he just fucking forgot. Like, if he did more research and less M79 spam, he was mastering the M79, he would have potentially found out, you know? But he fucked up. He's just one lesson. Same thing with Chance, you know? He thought he was hot shit. He had the same bullshit anti-everything armor. He thought he was fucking immune. It's just everything. He fucked up. He forgot. Fucked up.
Leon, I'm in the bunker. I'll catalog the missiles and then head for the elevator to the roof. Get ready for data transmission.
You may be wondering, why is this based on alert? We did the whole thing in stealth. Well, you wouldn't find out unless you paused the game and went to the briefing, which tells you that entering the bunker triggered a silent alarm. So now the base is on alert. Because apparently, like, somehow that one entrance of the bunker had a silent alarm, even though there were guards on the very outside already, and there's guards already on the inside. So why would that one little 1x1 strip be the one area that magically has a silent alarm? And what even is the silent alarm? Is it just like a motion grid? An invisible motion grid? That's the only thing it could be. Because there's nothing else in that hallway. There's no cameras. There's nothing else there. It's just bullshit. Like, they just literally want you to just go guns out because they were too lazy to make this a stealth level or make it stealthable. That would have been like some real James Bond shit, but nope, you just gotta fight. I just think it's funny that, like, it's just like some really weak explanations. Gameplay and story segregation and all that, but...
I've got the first firing code. As soon as I get the rest, I'll be heading up to the radar tower on the check.
On the check. I skipped that on accident, by the way. I did not mean to do that. Also, this mission, when I was a kid, holy fuck, was it super easy to get lost on this fucking level. Honestly, oh my god. Yeah, being a kid really doesn't even matter. Like, you can be an adult. If this is your first time playing the game, or even like your second or third time, it's super easy to get lost on this fucking map. Like, this map is straight up a maze. Everywhere looks exactly the same. Discernment is impossible, you know? Like, yeah, let's pretend that I didn't hit that. So I'm pretty sure there's black jackets back here. Probably should have waited to get that, but whatever. So I did hit the fucking switch. I just didn't hit the part of the switch that actually counts as disabling it. Because if you notice, the red light was gone. So it is possible to like hit the red light and not actually hit the switch. And it's possible because this game is racist. That's why. Zoned the fuck out. Yeah, there's a lot of these scumbag enemies that like will just camp around a corner knowingly for you to just like waiting for you to like turn your back and just fucking just shred your flak jacket.
I've got the last code. I'm gonna try to find a way up to the radar tower on the roof. Get ready to lift off.
I'm ready.
If I can do this right. Jesus. I had one fucking bullet left in that mag. Alright, if you play your cards right, you can manage to not have this computer get annihilated, which lets you use it, which opens up this hidden fucking bunker area that just has a fucking armory of doom and some scumbag enemies inside who try to like counter ambush you or whatever, who all fail miserably because they're fucking trash. And in here you can find pretty much just every weapon that they arbitrarily allow you to find, including some gas grenades, some regular grenades. I'm not gonna use like almost all of this garbage, but I'm taking it anyway because of loot. Yep, gotta get those night vision rifle rounds. Those ever useful night vision rifle rounds. Double grenades, huh? Imagine if there were like a hidden box up there. Like, they're like, oh, what if we put a fucking M79 up there? This game does have like a few hidden boxes that are just like that.
Leon, I found the elevator to the roof. Get ready to dust off.
Gabe, the force is crawling with patrols.
Having Markinson's team stand by in case something happens. Oh, and also take note that Romer's patrols have discovered her location somehow. You know, totally a coincidence that that happened. That they discovered her helicopter, you know? Yeah.
Leon, I'm on the roof. Get ready for evac.
Here we've got 2 boxes on either side here. Black Jacket and PK-102 ammo.
Leon, I've triggered the timer and disabled the radar. I'm ready for pickup.
I read you. ETA 4. No, stop! No! Ah!
Dump her body.
Leon?
Rip out all of these controls.
Leon!
Logan, I'm afraid she won't be giving you a ride.
Romer.
But don't worry. I was kind enough to send one of my choppers.
Not sure how they captured her. Like, did she like drop down or something? Yeah, I fucked it up with the chopper. I could have like 2-cycled it, but oh, you're just ready for more, huh? This is all we really need. Get wrecked, trash. You're a loser. He just casually jumps off the
Leon's
roof.
been killed. I need that chopper evac now. In 10 minutes, this place is gonna be a crater.
Fight your way to the main gate. We'll pick you up there.
He just casually jumped off the fucking roof. He jumped off the fucking roof. He jumped off the area where the radar dish was at, okay? He just jumped off like it was nothing. And the game treats it like it was nothing. Okay? Like, what? This is what this is all about. Syphon Filter. It's about Gabe just not fucking dying from anything. Ever. Except some random Chinese bitch, apparently. Who just comes out of nowhere. And, you know... And just one of the worst written plots in the whole series ever. Just dog shit fucking plot. Care what anyone says. I never liked it. It was terrible from the get-go. Logan Shadow is just one of the worst games to ever close a series. Anyway, yeah, we got Marcus in here claiming that, you know, he's sending out a team to Leon's rendezvous point. But they found nothing but a burning pile of debris. And Romer will certainly pay. I'm sure Markinson had his fucking fist out, you know? Just angrily just shaking it when he wrote this, because he definitely didn't. Because he's a piece of shit. Yeah, so if you turn around, you got yourself a flak jacket, and you also got like this fucking loser back here who thinks he's gonna accomplish anything in life. Oh, look, an M79. Wasn't there before, but it's there now, and that's ours. That was fucking loud. Oh my god. Alright, let's actually use this thing, right? But let's be really careful with it. I don't want to, like, blow up the whole fucking universe. Yeah, I wonder what it was. Thank you, Gabe, for missing shots even when the target meter is maxed out. Taking cover behind explosive volatile barrels is it's just not a good idea. Fuck you. This guy too. Holy shit, I fucking zoned the fuck out. Yeah, so like sometimes the stuff that I smoke, like it has like a really delayed activation. Kinda like it takes a while for it to enter your bloodstream and you vape it, basically. It can take up to like 30 minutes to an hour plus. And sometimes it'll, if I smoke a lot, it comes on all at once and I can kind of just leave my body. Anyway, yeah, those barrels usually wouldn't explode like that from gunfire, from like light arms fire, but an hour to this mission. Let me get like another snack real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna drink something real quick. Be lazy to move over.
My God. Syphon Filter. It's...
Yes, it's quite remarkable.
V-line.
A virus genetically programmable to eliminate anyone or anything. Imagine a weapon that could target specific demographics, ethnic groups, that could wipe out whole continents, except for those chosen to survive.
The outbreaks we've been tracking.
tests, evidently. We've traced Fagin to this abandoned cathedral. According to Mara, this is Romer's stronghold, a place where he keeps prisoners. Undesirables. Alec Kabanoff runs the site for Romer. It kept Fagin supplied with human test subjects for various forms of the virus. Now Fagin is being held prisoner himself, probably somewhere in the catacombs.
Has Interpol found any trace of Mara?
Since her escape, she has left a trail of dead bodies from our lab to Eastern Europe. Now, she has vanished. There is also no sign of Romer. The destruction of his base has driven his entire organization underground. We have found and destroyed all Farcom labs involved in the production of the virus, but we could not find the computers they were using for the viral DNA sequencing. You have to get their location from Fagin. Your team...
I don't want a replacement for Leon.
You don't get one. I'll be taking you into the strike zone myself. Our labs have been able to synthesize a very small amount of vaccine. Give one shot to any test subjects you find. Radio me as soon as you find Fagin.
Okay, let's do it.
One more thing. You are directed to eliminate any of Romer's medical personnel that get in the way.
Copy. I'll let you know when I found my way down to the ground level.
Yeah, so really quick nugget there, but there was like a little glimpse of the depth of the loyalty between Leon and Gabe. Even though it was just that this is the first game and they didn't have any way to further develop that prior to the players seeing it there. They still do a lot to establish that, like, yeah, Gabe and Leon are like ride or die for each other. Like they've been through some shit already. They know, like they're really pragmatic people. They've got strong moral compasses, and they're also both capable of just absolute absurd levels of badassery. Like, Leon doesn't get to, like, pop off in this game, but some of the shit that she pulls off in, like, even the second game, but, like, some of the shit she pulls off in 3 even, especially the Omega Strain, that's where she really just goes ham and does some insane shit. And then there's also, like, every game that she's playable, she just does insane shit. I don't even know why I'm, like, specifying on a game-by-game basis. Like, literally every time she's playable, she just straight up has missions that are just like, how the fuck is anyone doing this? And the game just kind of hand waves it by just saying that, like, I mean, like, her whole backstory, she was literally, like, a Chinese spy, right? Like, she was in the, whatever the intelligence agency was called before she defected to America. So that's her, like, excuse for just having all these, like, this ability to just be this fucking super spy, but it's still just pure insanity. I hate this fucking guy because he... It's tough to fucking take him out without getting spotted, really. Not that it really matters. Stealth on this level is like very... It doesn't really change shit. Like, it's not something you can really do throughout the whole level anyway. And it really doesn't serve that much of a benefit. It's just something I like to do sometimes.
I found the first group of patients. I'm going to administer the vaccine, but I don't know if they're going to make it.
As soon as you have the site locked down, I'll order in medevac.
Used to always wonder why they all crouch down after receiving a shot. Like, not, vaccines aren't always, like, pleasant when it comes to, like, the after effects, but I've never heard of one that made you like just keel over, you know? Discomfort. This level is just kind of hilarious because, like, the first part of this level, there's like a billion things that you need to do before you move on, and you don't get a fucking checkpoint for like any of it up until like I think over here. Like, I think I'm gonna get a checkpoint after I pick up the key card, and it's possible to fuck up. Like, you can. I'm 100% sure there were multiple players that got to this point, threw a gas grenade at those fuckers, and just ran into it or shot around the table, because some of these things, some of those like vials are like poisonous as well, and can kill you if you walk into them, and the enemies. Just eat shit. Finally got the fucking 45 here. Who do you think you are? I don't know who you thought he was. Oh, right. I don't think I took out these idiots yet. I can hear their footsteps. Yeah, they kind of run around like fucking idiots. Take him out. I thought there was a second guy in here, but it's just that, yeah, that guy that is in front of the window. He falls in. Do we have a G18 yet? I do not. Alright, this is where you get a G18. This is also where I just fail at life and just forget how combat works. could climb that box and get that G18, but just purely out of spite, I'm just not gonna. Thank you for running directly into my headshot. Okay, fucker, you wanna just run around? Wow, okay. No, you're about to just understand life itself. And I just feel like I'm gonna die in a moment. I just try to check this up there. Okay, I don't know where that landed. That's... Yeah, you fucked that up, Gabe. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be. Let's see, let's try that. Okay. It just hit nothing. That's not gonna happen. It's really cool. It's great game design. Who is this fucking actual simp? Okay. No, you're choking on poisonous gas. Like, there's just no, like... I don't even know why you even just tried to entertain the notion of you escaping. It's just not gonna happen. It's not on the menu. It's not kosher. It's not acceptable. And you got exactly what you deserved. Oh, I love that. That guy fucking owned himself. It's because he like his spawn location, he spawns right behind one of these like glass vials. And depending on how you enter the room, like he has a chance of instinctively shooting at you and just like destroying himself instantly. And that's what happened here, and I love it. It's like my favorite thing. Eat shit. Nice. I love how you can just like shoot at me while you're like in midair, while you're like in the recovery animation for falling. You can just do all these things I can't do and just evaporate my fucking armor. Piece of fucking shit. I should have just like pre-sarin their asses like I usually do. Of course, I just didn't do it. A nice ambush. Fucking loser. Sounds like there's another shitter down there, and there probably was one behind the corner. Here, a hidden in 79. Amazing. I almost fell down and fucking died instantly from the fall damage. In this game, if you take fall damage, that means you fucking die, because there's there's no difference between anything when it comes to fall damage in this game. Either you die or you don't take damage. That's it. There's no in between. If fall damage happens, that's just death. Hold lower level.
I'm finding Farcom and WHO shipping containers everywhere. Romer and Fagan must have been working on something big.
Stay focused on the mission. Don't get distracted.
Of course, he doesn't want you to try to unravel more about this shit because it's gonna unravel his part of the conspiracy. Because he's a fucking loser. Shit. I think this might be the final mission for me because not only is my connection being trashed right now, but I'm also like super tired, so. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to, gotta sometimes my Wi-Fi just shits itself and it just manifests itself as not, you know, it's being garbage. Actually kind of woke me up a little bit, having to fucking maneuver. Okay, yeah, it's dropping frames again. No biggie, we'll keep going. But yeah, probably gonna call it after this mission. And then we'll finish the rest of this in, I don't know, like probably later today. I don't even know.
I'm not on.
Later today, later tonight, at some point. Ooh. So easy to fucking miss this guy. It's supposed to be like vibrations for a lot of these actions. I'm just not getting it. I only get it for like certain things. So I don't know. Let me check something real quick. It's just so minor, but yeah, the small motor just doesn't. It's mapped, it's just not really. Wow. I wonder if I can like. Oh, okay, rumble bias. If rumble in some games is too weak, try increasing. That's what it is. And it's for like a per game basis as well, I think. Not really sure. I just put it up to 12. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see if that feels any different. Still not feeling it for whenever I shoot, like I should be. And I think like when you break through glass, it's supposed to do stuff.
Save me.
Not that Gabe would feel it breaking through glass. It's just like a little stimulant for him. Yes, just drop all the frames forever. Because the Wi-Fi is awful. Stupid and bad. I really need to try out my other phone. I actually have internet on it, like phone plan. If I can get it to play nice with the phone, connection theoretically might be more stable. Okay, here, this enemy, like, that fucking enemy, like, hardly ever appears in my playthroughs. Like, I don't know what's up with that.
I think I know how they've been moving the virus. They must be injecting new strains into the test subjects here and using Fagan's exposition center as a cover for transporting the bodies. They could be shipping these carrier bodies all over the world.
Copy. I already have a team searching for Fagan's warehouse and shipping center. ETA to Romer's holding cells?
I'm working on it.
Probably Scott's bucket with the flak jacket. Let me try that fucking vibration bias again. It was at 8, and let's see. I put it at 12. I'm going to put it at 20 now. Probably not gonna make a difference because this game is, the simulator is straight up trash sometimes, but Jesus Christ. Fuck yourself, like, what are you even? Could also be there's just like a million people using my connection right now. People are waking up. Totally forgot about that. It's like I forgot about all these other idiots behind me who just spawn and wait patiently for me to turn my back before they try to ruin my life. Man. Scumbag scientist with his flak jacket. Because at some point in this game, just every enemy just has a flak jacket. Literally, all of them will have flak jackets pretty soon. So it just goes from being Syphon Filter to just Headshot Filter. Either Headshot Filter or just K3G4 Filter. Bypass all the flak jackets. Oh, yeah. Absolute psychotic dirtbag scientist just charging blindly at the super soldier Gabe Logan. I thought maybe there was gonna be like a chandelier, but of course not. Why would there be one? I'm gonna summarily execute this fucking scientist. Ditto for this idiot. Take him out, take his gun, take his girl. That guy was about to spam a grenade at me. Which would have chain reacted and blew up like all the little vials nearby and probably insta-gived me. I'm getting like no vibration. Like, does the vibration bias need to be lowered or something? Like, is that option in reverse? Like, I don't get it. Like, what type of setting is that? It's like, oh, if the vibration's too fucking weak, then increase the value. Okay, well, I just lowered it to 4. I'm getting no rumble still from firing the gun, and I don't know why this emulator always has these stupid problems that just manifest and never make a lick of sense. Like, since when did this game have an issue with rumble in the emulator? This emulator that I haven't updated in like a million years, because there has not been an update in that time. Okay. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. I have an M79. Oh, I do. You're getting it. Just for being a little shit, thinking he's just fucking talented and has any right to just land that many shots on me. There was vibration whenever I like took damage. Maybe that's just how this game is. Like, there just wasn't rumble for you shooting your gun, only for like getting hit.
I found the Rose Chapel and the entrance to the catacombs, but I don't see a way down.
You'll have to find a way outside and work your way around on the ground.
Great, thanks, idiot. Here we go. Gabe just had to fucking do it to him, you know? He had to do that combat roll. He had to go through the glass. He had to get that sustenance. Too many missions that pass without getting some of that glass. Oh, okay. Achievements error. Ping response failed. Empty response enter status code. Yeah, it's basically the thing just saying like, oh, we tried to give you an achievement, but your connection is so trash that we couldn't even like... We somehow couldn't ping the server. Usually I can get that guy that throws a grenade to like kill himself, but I fucked up, so oh well. Has to do it to him. We're almost there. I thought I'd be able to do this in one stream, but I did get pretty far. It's just that it's getting pretty late for me here, and I'm just like tired, and the internet's like shitting out because there's like a million people using it now, and making the stream drop frames. Not anything I can do about it. Multiple things preventing this from being done in one stream, but you know, it's okay because next stream I'm gonna be like energized and revitalized extensively, and I'll start earlier. This ammo, and then I'll actually save. Whatever that was, we're just overriding it. Alright. So that's going to do it for me for tonight. Not super long of a stream, but you know, it's just how it be. It's almost 7 a.m. here, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm baked. I do have some shit to take care of, so I'm gonna do that and then pass the fuck out. So yeah, but I'll be back like most likely later tonight. Most likely. We'll see what goes on. You know, you never really know. So but yeah, man, y'all take care. I appreciate everyone stopping by, hanging out. Definitely gonna stream again pretty soon, so we'll see. Alright. Everyone take care. Peace.